Act 1.3, The Feds. Washington, D.C., 2 weeks ago. FBI Money Laundering Division. While the shadows of night were falling over Philadelphia, the city's underbelly was thrumming with illicit activities, a world where Tom O'Danley was a known figure. Unbeknownst to him, his actions were not going unnoticed. Miles away, in the sleek government office of the FBI Money Laundering Division, on Woodrow Road No. 3 building in downtown Washington, D.C., agents were piecing together a puzzle that would soon lead them into the heart of Philadelphia's criminal world. The atmosphere hummed with the meticulous efficiency characteristic of such institutions. Rows of cubicles, each housing a diligent agent, stretched out in a grid-like fashion. At the end of the building, very close to the coffee machine, a huge cubicle contrasted with the others. 4 times the size, the cubicle belonged to Brent Armstrong, a seasoned 55-year-old agent, and to his partner. Brent had a proven record of flawless resolved cases and had earned his place in the division. In fact, he could be way up on his rank, but every time the agency had offered him a promotion, he had declined it, because his heart was really on the field, catching the bad guys, as he always said. He had spent the previous year delving into the intricate web of a mafia organization encroaching dangerously close to the nation's capital. And he had recently been assigned to train Susan Tiki, a 25-year-old Honor Academy high-potential recruit. They had been working together for more than 3 months, and Susan had been able to catch on to the details of the case. Their main suspect was a high-profile real estate investor, presumably implicated in a string of murders and money laundering schemes. Yet, despite their efforts, the duo lacked the concrete evidence needed to escalate the case. "This guy is good. All the bank accounts tied to him seem to be clean so far," said Susan, while continuing to deep dive into the suspect's international bank accounts. "Believe me, kiddo, he is not good at all, and we'll find what we are looking for. We always do." "There are always loose ends, believe me, I know," said Brent with more than a confident tone. A hushed internal mail delivery agent maneuvered through the cubicles, carrying a package in an intrigued fashion. "Case BC 931 for Agent Tiki," announced the mail agent, prompting Susan to look up from her desk. "Please sign here." "Thank you, Ron." "Oh, this one's heavy," Susan remarked, shaking the box. "Hey, tell Mary I loved the cookies." "Will do," replied Ron as he continued down the aisle to deliver the next package. In his wake, he nonchalantly pulled aside the computer power cord, earning a disapproving look from Brent. "You better share some of those cookies next time," Brent admonished. "Believe me, you're better off this way. I just don't have the heart to tell him they're horrible." "Ha ha ha, you youngsters, always trying to be polite." "Come and look at this," Susan called Brent's attention. "What is it, kiddo?" "I don't know. Looks like pieces of gold, but..." She held the paperwork that came with it in her hands and started reading it. Brent swiftly took the item from Susan. "Let me see. Well, sure, they did a good job with this one. Looks like a cracked egg. We'd better look for the goose that laid it. Ha ha ha," he said, closing the box and turning back towards the exit. "I'll sign it into the evidence room. I just don't have the time to follow the track of someone who doesn't do his job. I need real evidence, not this kind of crap." As Brent walked away, Susan examined the paperwork further. "It says it was confiscated from one of our suspects, used as payment to our agents. The lab notes are attached here as well." "Mm-hmm." "What is it?" Brent looked at her, but his foot got caught on the computer cable on the floor, causing him to trip. Although he didn't fall completely, he let go of the box, pieces falling to the floor, and were now bent and scratched. But there was a small piece in the shape of a capsule that broke into 2 pieces, as if it was meant to open, and other pieces that were inside got spread all over the floor. Susan quickly bent down to help Brent pick up the pieces. "I was not expecting that," Susan said, looking at the inside of the now opened capsule, where a small ball remained. They exchanged puzzled glances as they collected the scattered pieces. What initially seemed like an opulent piece now resembled a regular chocolate surprise egg with a toy inside, but completely made up of pure gold. "Well, that's even weirder," Susan remarked, opening the container slightly more. "What isn't out of all this?" "Well, this looks like the Princess Star toy line. I've just bought one of these." "I didn't know you had kids." "I don't. This is highly collectible, and it was just released a week ago." "Same gold ones?" "No, just milk chocolate eggs with this exact toy inside." So someone is a fan of the same stuff. So what? It may be more than that. I had to import them from Germany because it wasn't going to be released in any other country. I think we need to pay our guest a visit. They gathered all the pieces into the box and headed to the evidence room. Before Brent could notice her move, Susan kept a piece of gold, a leg, to be precise, with the brand and something that resembled a serial number. What was his name again? Susan asked, distracting Brent while discreetly pocketing the piece. He goes by Billy. Seems he's a low-rank guy from PA. He'll talk. I'll make sure of it.